What's going on? I just wanted to make a quick update to my medical guide video since there were some changes in 12.8 with the heavy bleeds being added and some of the painkillers being changed. I'm going to start here with the painkillers since I haven't really seen many videos going over these actual changes. So, Golden Star no longer nets you energy and hydration. It's only going to net you 5 total hydration here. And so it's going to cost you 5 energy and it will net you 5 hydration. So it's a huge nerf in my opinion. It takes 7 seconds to use, still lasts 400 seconds, so that hasn't changed. Vaseline, 6 seconds to use, still takes away 2 energy, 2 hydration, lasts 300 seconds. This is what I've personally been using since the change. It's about half the price of Golden Star, so that's kind of why I've been going with that instead. And ibuprofen's about the same price as Vaseline, but it takes away 8 hydration now rather than 5. So this was also nerfed, and now it only lasts 280 seconds. But it does still have the 12 uses. So there is still some value to be had from the Golden Star and the ibuprofen if you're using them down to 1 use and then turning them into Propital. But I just really don't like the 80,000 ruble price tag of the Golden Star, and I've just been using Vaseline instead. The Analgin painkillers, still 3 seconds to use, take away 7 hydration, only last 100 seconds. Really only good if you're in a pinch. And two things that I didn't go over last video are going to be the morphine and the Propital. Morphine I don't recommend using. It uses way too much energy and hydration, 5 and 10. And it does last a full minute longer than the Propital. But the Propital is not going to reduce your energy or hydration, and it's also got the little added benefit of some health regeneration for 300 seconds. So yes, it does have some downsides with the hands tremor and the tunnel effect, but by then the fight hopefully will be over, and I think the pros outweigh the cons in the Propital. When you're in a fight and you really need a painkiller now, I think Propital is the way to go. So to kind of explain heavy bleeds, the 2 medical items here that are going to remove heavy bleeds are going to be the Grizzly and the Salewa kit. You can see here it'll use up on the Grizzly, it's going to use 130 of the total durability of 1800 to stop a heavy bleed, and on the Salewa it'll use 150 out of the total 400 to stop a heavy bleed. So these are going to be the only 2 items that both stop light and heavy bleeds. So if you're only running with 1 medical item, it's going to have to be more than likely one of these 2 to be able to stop both types of bleeds. What I've actually been doing is I've been running a Salewa in combination with either an IFAK and a car medkit. And the reason for that is because these both can stop only light bleeds. So I've been using these up first, the IFAKs or the car medkits, to stop all the light bleeds and to restore my actual HP, and then just have the Salewa as backup to stop the heavy bleeds or if I'm in a big fight. I've also been testing the Grizzly, but the downside of the Grizzly is it does take the 5 seconds to use, but this also does have the added benefit of removing a fracture, so it kind of frees up that slot if I didn't want to carry a splint or something like that. There is more testing I need to do with it and see if I really like it, but so far it's been somewhat hit or miss, especially if you can survive multiple raids with it. It's not that bad. It's a decent price. And I have the AI2 here just to show that it still does not remove bleeds, so it still can't be the only thing you keep on you, really. They did add 2 new medical items, the S-March Tourniquet and the Caloc B Hemostatic. These both do the same thing. The Caloc B does it faster. It only takes 3 seconds rather than 5 seconds, and you can use it 3 times. These only stop heavy bleeds. So with that, you do have the option of running, for example, a Salewa and a Hemostat, or a Salewa and an S-March or 2, rather than running it with an IFAK or a car med kit in addition to it. You do have that option. And I also do want to mention the Zagostin stimulant injector. This will stop multiple bleeds. So if you have, for example, 2 bleeds on you, whether they're heavy or light, this will stop all of them for the duration of 180 seconds. So those bleeds will go away permanently, but it'll also prevent new bleeds from happening for the next 3 minutes. It does again have some downsides where your hands will tremor and your hydration recovery will go down. So if you are going to run as a Zagustin, I really only run them when I'm doing really heavily geared runs, and I make sure to bring a juice with me or something to get some of that hydration back, because you are losing over 50 hydration from using this Zagustin. But it is something that I do want to try out a little more and see really how it works. But so far it's worked well in those fights where I immediately just get 2 limbs blacked out and I'm bleeding everywhere. It just 2 seconds to use stops all those bleeds, and I'm pretty much ready to go. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Any suggestions as well. Links down in the description to the Discord and to my Twitch. If you want to ask it in person or on the Discord, there's plenty of people to play with on there. But thanks again for watching. Peace.